everyone, welcome to Subconscious Healing with Emma Wachs. Today we are going to be doing a beautiful segment where we're going to be clearing and shifting the deepest root cause of your challenges, and you're all going to get to have the chance or the opportunity to be able to have something shifted today. So thank you for being here. Thanks for joining. My name is Emma Wachs, and I'm a subconscious healer, which means that I have the ability to identify the deepest root cause of any challenges or pain in your life, and I create subconscious shifts from this space. What this means is that the benefits are absolutely outstanding, beyond what you may have seen before with any other form of healing. This also means that we have the opportunity to truly transform your life in a way that's in the highest good for you. And the way that we do that is by introducing you to the ability to become the empowered leader of your own healing journey. So not only do we teach you, not only do we support you in shifting and clearing limiting beliefs for yourself, those limiting beliefs that live in the subconscious mind that have been sabotaging your road forward, but we also have the ability of teaching you how to do this for yourself. And it is such an empowering journey. We have such a beautiful team of people working together with us now. And by us, I mean myself, the subconscious healing team, and the intuition wisdom team. So if you check out the description section of your live, you're going to find little places to connect with us all in there. I'm just going to make sure that I've got the feed going. So if you are here joining us, feel free to say hi. Let us know where you're from in the comment section so that we can check that you're all here. And I want to wish everyone a beautiful Happy New Year as well. Oh, Kerry, so beautiful to have you here with us. Happy New Year. So beautiful to connect with you again. Kimberly, hello. I cannot wait to get on to clearing those blockages for you. Annie, hello. Kylie, hello. Roberto, greetings. So beautiful to have you here with us. Nikita's here as well. Carmel, Kimberly's from New Zealand. Carmel's from Evans Head. Happy New Year, beautiful people. Roberto is from Melbourne. Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you everyone for joining. Awena, Donna is from Perth. So wonderful to have you all here. Thank you for joining. I cannot wait to get started. So if you would all like to pop into the comments section, either an area of your life where you'd like to see some change. So this could be your relationships, finances, career, life purpose, your health and well-being, your connection, intuitive connection, whatever it may be. Share this area of your life into the comments section, or if you are struggling with something fairly specific, you can share that into the comments section as well. With specific things, we sometimes don't get to get into a lot of detail if there's something private there, but I encourage you to share whatever it is that is, you're struggling with at the moment, either way, because we are going to be able to make some huge shifts and transformations for you either way today. So once you've shared those into the comment section, we'll get started. I'm just going to check our other pages here. Excellent. And I'm just going to explain a little bit more about what we do. We have the ability to teach everybody how to connect in with the truest part of their essence and who they are. And so by doing that, we have the ability to be able to connect you to your life purpose. But it's so different to just looking at, personal characteristics and, where or how we may feel we've always naturally been good at something. This is where we intuitively connect in and draw upon your gifts as a soul being of this universe. So not only are we identifying those things that you were perfect to do here on this planet and in this lifetime, but we're also looking at exploring, what is it that you've been learning about lifetime through lifetime through lifetime, but we get to take away all of the struggle of that lifetime journey by being able to create subconscious shifts. So it becomes a journey of discovering who you really are and expanding into that greatness. So if anybody's interested in that, before I start tuning in for you, I'm just going to pop a link into the comment section so that you can connect in with one of our team members. We're offering free life purpose discovery sessions at the moment. So this gives you all the opportunity to be able to connect in with your life purpose and discover the reasons for you being here. Discover if you had the opportunity to be able to clear all of your limitations out of the way, what would be possible for you? And that's the most interesting thing about this journey, is sometimes you can't even see what's truly possible for you because of these limitations being in the way. So that's something that we have the opportunity to be able to change and transform for you with subconscious healing. So I've popped it into the comment section. Thank you everybody for joining me here today. It's so beautiful to have you here. I can see Emma as well on the subconscious healing page. Hello, I can see Kat there as well. So beautiful to have you there. Thank you everyone for joining. I'm going to get started and start tuning in for you all. Let's have a look. Kimberly, love and money blockages. Perfect. Let's have a look, Kimberly, and see what comes up for you today. So for you, Kimberly, straight away I'm sensing there's a bit of unease around these two particular things for a very specific reason. So it's interesting because you the deepest limitation that is being triggered for you at the moment is creating subconscious issues for you in both of these different areas of your life, love and money. So what's interesting is that if we can allow ourselves to look beneath the surface and identify the deepest root cause of these, we will be able to create shifts for you in both of these areas of life. So I love that you've actually put two areas of your life into the comment section. That's really beautiful. What I'm sensing for you as well is that there's a little part of you that's been feeling a bit uncomfortable with certain people in your life. And this is the subconscious limitation that if we could trace back to the very first time you had this experience, you would be able to see exactly where and how it's connected to these two things in your life, love and money. And it makes perfect sense, right? Anytime you're feeling there's someone uncomfortable in your life and you're feeling somewhat trapped within that experience, difficulties are going to show up for you in these two particular areas. And the reason I'm seeing it be that way is because the very first time that this occurred and you took on this limitation, and so I'm seeing this is as far back as about 2 years old. You started creating ideas about what you were seeing happening in the adult world around that age. And so this, of course, most likely would have been your parents or guardians, and they would have very much, it feels as though they had some struggles in this particular area as well. So not only were they feeling they weren't able to support you in, financially, be able to support the family during this time, it actually also feels like without them realizing, they weren't able to love you as much as what they needed to as well during that time. And I'm feeling the reason why there was a little bit for us to work through there was because this is relevant for more people who are watching right now, not just Kimberly. So just so that you know, my energy is set up to be able to shift and transform this for anybody that this is resonating for. So for anybody that this is resonating for, we're going to allow for a nice deep shift to occur for you now. So I'm going to do that for you. But if you are connected and you are able to create shifts subconsciously, feel free to follow that shift. Some of you may be feeling or experiencing energy shift in your body. Some of you may be sensing this shift in another way through thinking, through your thoughts. You may have an intellectual understanding of what's shifting or clearing. You may just know that there's some memory from your past that has come up. Whatever it is that you're seeing as you identify where this subconsciously began for you, allow for your awareness to go there. And then my energy is just going to gently come in and allow for that to be cleared. So you can really let this go, knowing that this is going to shift on an extremely deep level for you. You may also be feeling nice and peaceful as this shift is occurring. And if that's all you're experiencing right now, that's okay as well. We don't always need to be feeling or acknowledging what's shifting and transforming. So for anybody that's had some traumatic experiences in their past, it's okay if you're not catching details on what we're clearing. It's okay just to relax into this energy and allow for this transformation to occur. Well done. Very good. I would love to hear how that went for you, Kimberly. It feels like there's a little more for us to explore with that. And the reason being is there's a little more detail that we're needing to go into for you there. But we are going to complete that shift for you now. So now that you've been able to acknowledge some of the energy beneath the surface, we're going to allow in some new energy just to complete that process for you. So just allow for that to sink in. Perfect. And please stay on the call. If any of these other tune-ins are going to be relevant for you, it's going to be perfect for you to have that sort of shift in other areas as well. Thank you. That was wonderful. So anybody else who's interested in exploring subconscious healing or their life purpose and would like to experience this a little further, please book in for a life purpose discovery session with one of our team members. We would love to work on this with you. Perfect. So let's see who's next. I'm going to get through as many as I can over the next hour, so stay tuned. Shakti, receive a block, clearing of attracting compatible love and clearing financial blockages. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Let's see what comes up for you, Shakti. It's so beautiful to have you back with us. So straight away, I can see that your biggest blockage in attracting love, Shakti, is this, there's a sense of discouragement within you. It feels as though this is being triggered each and every time a new love interest comes into your life. Whether you actually seeing that this is something to pursue or not doesn't matter. It's just any little personality trait or any little inkling of an attraction, and this is triggered for you. And so this discouragement is a combination of a lot of things. And the reason why you're struggling to gain clarity on this is because it's not just one thing. It feels as though you already have, started exploring your subconscious a little bit. So you're a little aware of certain things that have been going on for you in that area. But the reason why you're feeling a bit of a blockage now is because it's not just one thing there that you're sensing. There are a million things. So if you're interested in learning how to transform huge subconscious limitations from your life, and this isn't just Shakti, this is anybody, definitely book in for a life purpose session, because we have the perfect tools to teach you how to transform your subconscious mind completely. And if this means removing multiple limiting beliefs at once, then we can absolutely do that. So today for you, Shakti, I'm going to clear the energy of discouragement. So it feels as though that shift has happened really quickly for you. The other thing you mentioned, financial blockages, it actually feels connected to the same thing again, discouragement. So discouragement is what's showing up for you in finances as well. Every time you finally reach that point of fresh inspiration, and this goes for everybody right now, right? We've just started a new year. We're all wanting to be able to feel that sense of fresh inspiration, you know, that we're going to be able to go into the next year without having to carry on the burdens from our past. And the truth is, if we haven't been able to shift our deepest subconscious limitations, then that just can't happen. And this triggers discouragement because it means that we can't go into, you know, any new phase or year or month or whatever it may be, ever really feeling excited about life. And this is something that has completely changed for me since my journey with this. As soon as I found intuition wisdom and I was able to clear my limiting beliefs like that, like we just did for the other two, and like we're going to do for the rest of you, everything changed for me because I could now be excited about all of the things that I wanted to explore in my life and so much more. So for you, Shakti, discouragement is what has been showing up for you in both of these areas. The financial area of this is a little heavier, so it's a little more than we can clear for you right now. So I highly recommend booking in for a session with one of the ladies if you haven't done so already. And if you have done so, definitely explore that next step, whatever it was that they recommended for you, because it's going to change your life and allow for these bigger things to start being able to shift and transform a lot easier for you. So if you have connected with someone, reach out to whoever that was and see what the next perfect step for you will be. But I'm very excited for you because we've shifted a lot for you. And even though you may feel as though you haven't been moving forward as strongly as you really truly want to be, just know that that's all one truth. You've been moving forward at a far quicker pace than what you're allowing for yourself to see. So take the pressure off a little bit as well. And that goes for a few of you as well. If you haven't felt like you've had the perfect start to the new year yet, it's okay. Just breathe in a sigh of relief right now. Take the pressure off. You know, there is no such thing, something I've learned myself recently, there is no such thing as a clean and a clear-cut transition. You know, there's always a process of letting go and then allowing in the new. And that process is actually always happening. So it's purely just our mind that wants us to have, you know, this clean cut and clear, you know, yesterday was the you know, end of a huge phase of my life and today is the beginning of the next phase of my life. It's okay if that transition takes a bit of time and you don't have a completely clear transition. Just know that you're always moving forward. And if you decide you want to start moving forward at lightning speed, let us know. We can help you with that. So thank you, Shakti. I hope that's helped you. Let's see who's next. Kylie, love and relationships. Yes, Kylie, let's tune in for you and see what comes up. Okay, so Kylie, straight away I'm being actually drawn to the throat chakra. It feels as though there's been some difficulty being heard. And this has created this struggle for you. And it's a subconscious behavior that's been with you for such a long time. And what's really interesting is it feels to me like your mind is saying, it's almost punishing you for not being able to speak up and speak your truth. But what's actually been happening for you is you've been losing sight of how deeply powerful your voice is. And that doubt that you have about the strength of what it is that you speak to other people is what you've actually, that's the real challenge. That's what you've actually been battling. So when you first started your journey of personal development and started exploring things, you may have found, oh my gosh, I have this huge struggle with speaking my truth. And you may have started the journey of, you know, transforming that. But if we look deeper into the subconscious and we have a look at what's beneath the surface of that, this is what we find is that from an early age for you, you've been doubting that you're enough and you've been doubting your significance. So this is something we want to be able to transform for you. And this is so deep for you that it's going to take some time to be able to transform. So just relax into my energy now, and we're just going to clear whatever's in the highest good for you today so you can lift that pressure and stop that sensation of punishing yourself in any way, shape, or form, whether it's with emotion or doing things, or just feeling like you want to hide in the corner. Any or all of these things that are applying to you or anybody else with this, allow for my energy to lift this weight for you. Beautiful. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing, Kylie. I'm feeling that that's going to really transform some things for you in love and relationships. That has been the biggest thing in the way for such a long time. So that's just going to start filtering through and shifting, but I highly recommend connecting in with one of us in order to explore that a little deeper, because the significance that we need to feel in order to be okay every day, that is truly discovered by exploring our life purpose. But we can't even do that if we're struggling emotionally. And this was something I found for myself, and why subconscious healing has helped me so much, was that I had started exploring my subconscious, but there was so much that I couldn't see beneath the surface. Because I was caught up in so much emotion, and I was caught up in the ideas that my mind had created about what it was that I was seeing. So it almost created this ceiling, and it stopped me from being able to explore things on the deeper level that I really, 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 really needed to get to. And once I had found that level, and also found the most amazing techniques ever to be able to transform them really super quickly, then I was able to really start seeing my significance and my greatness in that way. So a beautiful journey it feels for a few of you listening there. So thank you for sharing that. I can feel that was relevant for a few people, Kylie. Emily, so beautiful to see you. Hello. I hope you've shared something for me to clear for you. I'll definitely check that out for you in a moment. Carmel, life purpose, perfect. Let's have a look, Carmel, and see what's there for you. Your energy feels so bright and joyful today, Carmel. Thank you for joining us. It's really interesting because when I tune into the subconscious for you, I just get the energy of doubt, but it's energy of doubt that's in combination with this. It's an energy that feels quite yucky to you, is the sensation that I'm getting. So that's why you've been struggling to really discover what that is and really coin it. And this is connected to a limitation that you took on very early on in your life. So I'm seeing it around the age of about 3 years old was where this began. It's not your energy originally. It belonged to your mother. And it feels as though she felt a lot of disgust within herself about some things. And that was actually what you've taken on. So any time that your mother felt that she wasn't a good enough mother and she was struggling in that way, it was projected onto you without realizing it. So she was projecting that onto you, and eventually you took on that same limitation. So that's what we're going to shift for you today. We're just going to quickly transform that now that we can see the truth, which is, of course, that you are perfect. You never needed your mother's approval, or you never needed anything from your mother to validate whether you feel good enough about yourself or not. So it was when that need started occurring for you, that this difficulty arose for you. So just bring in that energy. I am perfect. That's there for everyone as well. Allow in the truth that you are perfect. Excellent. You may or may not feel that, but just know that that energy is going to sink in for you subconsciously. And then just take note, of some of those situations that may be coming up over the next couple of days. You may not realize until afterwards, but you may look back and go, I usually would have reacted a lot differently to that. I really saw some belief within myself during that moment. Allow for that to guide you forward and lead you to the perfect people that can help you. That's wonderful. Thank you, Carmel. I hope you enjoyed that shift and everybody else enjoyed that shift as well. Nikita, relationships. Let's have a look and see what's there for you, Nikita. So for you, Nikita, straight away, there's a difficult person in your life who's you're kind of locked in on a uncomfortable dynamic with them. So that is your biggest blockage right now, is the reason for allowing in that difficult relationship. So if we explore your subconscious a little deeper, there's a myriad of things going on there, as you can imagine. Having lived a life with relationship difficulties, as we all have, but the biggest thing that we want to have a look at today is feeling worthy. Whenever you're not feeling worthy of a relationship filled with, a unlimited level of love, unconditional love, this is when these difficult relationships have shown up for you in your life. So we're creating a shift by bringing some awareness in for that for you today. On that for you today. So just continue on exploring that and seeing, where are you not feeling worthy of receiving unconditional love? And throughout that process, you'll be able to have a nice deep shift today. It's definitely something you want to connect in with a professional subconscious healer on. So if anybody's looking to explore this further and look at whatever may be in the way of allowing for your truest version of you to come into play, please connect in with us for a life purpose discovery session. We would love, love, love to support you on that further. Thank you, Nikita. I hope you've enjoyed that. Karen, hello. She's from Canada. Woohoo! I lived in Canada for a couple of years. Roberto, I'd like some business success, like to attract more clients. I'm a remedial massage therapist. My business name is Holistic Mobile Massage. Amazing. Thank you for sharing, Roberto. Anyone who's looking for a holistic massage, feel free to share your link, Roberto, if you'd like to. For now, let's see, what is the biggest blockage in the way of business success for you? Okay, so Roberto, straight away I'm being shown where your mind has created some, it's closed off your mind somewhat. And it feels as though what your mind is saying to you is, I need this and this and this and this to happen in order for me to be successful. And without realizing it, you're stepping off into the new year and into new phases and into new projects with your business from the wrong space by allowing for the mind to dictate that. It's created goals that are purely based on what you've experienced in the past. But what I'm getting is that you're somebody who transforms a lot. You're healing yourself on a daily basis. So to do that is complete non-truth, right? It just doesn't resonate with you. And therefore it doesn't resonate with your business, which is an expression of you out into the world. So for you, what I'm being shown is that your life purpose is wanting to come in for you in a big way. And your purpose is beyond massaging others. Your purpose is beyond healing others in the way that you currently know or have experienced before. And your purpose is also bigger than allowing for yourself to just be okay. You've been really aware of the fact that that's the first step, is that you really need to be okay. So that's what you're working towards. But a part of what has closed your mind off is saying, well, I'm only going to work towards that. Then I'm going to allow myself to bring in the bigger stuff, the greater stuff. But that's creating, again, another blockage for you, because based on what the mind says, the greatness isn't possible unless you're okay first. And so there are certain levels of this that are true, right? I am the biggest, ambassador for self-love first before you go out there to help others. But everything that we have created an idea on has the potential possibility for our mind to create non-truth about those ideas and create a blockage for us. And it feels like that's what's in the way for you. So I highly recommend you exploring life purpose a little more and exploring these subconscious blockages for you a little more. And it feels, I'm feeling a certain person is going to be perfect to take you on that journey. So if you'd like to send me a message, I'd love to connect you with that person in order for you to have that transformation in the exact way that it needs to be. So feel free to PM me, or I can comment back onto your post a little later on in order for you to have that transformation. But I hope that's resonated for you. There's some new truth flowing in for you on that. And it almost feels as though intuitively you're almost being shown a little bit of what that greatness is going to feel like and be experienced as. So grab out your pen and paper and start writing on that if you're getting some new intuition. There's some beautiful new insights there. But don't be fooled. Don't let the mind start, getting carried away on this journey until you have found that perfect person that can support you on that journey moving forward, especially seeing as you're somebody that already helps and supports other people. Thank you for sharing, Roberto. That feels relevant for a few people on here yet again. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Santa Maria, can I have a spiritual soul purification, remove spirits from my body? Yes, let's have a look at what's happening there for you. So subconsciously, you're allowing in energy from other people, and there's energies flowing in for you when a deep root limitation is being triggered for you. So I'm just being shown what that limitation is, and by shifting that, we should be able to clear your body very quickly. The limitation for you as well is connected to not feeling worthy, and very much so connected to not feeling okay. So the last few messages are going to be relevant for you. I highly recommend just watching those back over if you need to. But for you, there's this sensation of fear deeply beneath the surface that it feels as though you've been struggling with. So every time fear is triggered for you, even in the slightest level, if your mind has created an idea about certain people in your life and you see them to be a threat, then it's going to trigger this limitation of fear, which means that you instantly then connected to that person in a negative way, which means that an exchange is happening and you're receiving some of their energy. So that's what's been happening for you. And so what happens when we have a deep fear is we get a bit lost, because we sort of feel like we need to focus on where that energy is coming from, or we need to focus on that person that's creating this discomfort, and we need to do what we can to change what it is they're doing to us. But if we can just bring our awareness back within ourselves again and have a look at the reason for that fear showing up in the first place, then that's when we can allow for a transformation to occur, and that's when we truly know that we're okay. So self-love means a lot of things these days, and it sometimes the things that we do allow for self-love to occur, but true self-love occurs when we feel okay to look within in any given moment and transform what's there on the deepest level. And by shifting and transforming limiting beliefs in that way, we become completely limitless. It doesn't matter what energy we're experiencing. I've been able to sit through some pretty intense energy, feeling completely safe and completely empowered throughout the process of clearing these things. And it's all because I've had the techniques to be able to do so. So fear, of course, we always sends our awareness outside of ourselves, because that is what fear is in its essence, right? We've triggered something that we're too scared to look at beneath the surface. But once we've been able to do that, magic starts happening for us in our lives. Our transformations become absolutely huge. But the way that we want this to be able to happen is really important, because if we start diving into the subconscious and we don't have the ability to feel safe and self-loving as we do so, that's when we start bringing in uncomfortable experiences to show us, and to learn from that perspective. And none of us enjoy that, right? That's why we're avoiding this stuff in the first place. So yeah, subconscious healing does have the ability to be able to remove that necessary part of healing and transformation. We no longer need to dive into experiences. We no longer need to have relationships with unhealthy people to learn from them. There's always going to be little elements of that, but for the most part, we can shift and transform huge things without needing to physically be in that experience. So subconscious healing is pretty special. What we do is pretty amazing and pretty empowering, because not only do we give you the tools to be able to transform stuff that deeply, we also give you the ability to be able to utilize that moving forward in your life. And it's so empowering, because then it doesn't matter what shows up for you. You know, you've got what you need to be able to shift and transform through it. So it's pretty special. Everybody has an element of truth around this being connected to their life purpose in some way. So if you'd like to explore that, please book in for a life purpose session, or connect with your practitioner and ask what the next step is for you now in the new year if you're wanting to revisit that. We love working with you all, and we're so excited to be able to transform lives for people. So thank you everyone for joining. Amazing. Alison is from WA. She'd like change in finances and career. Perfect. Let's see what's there for you, Alison. Isn't that interesting? Some of the other things that have come up have been relevant for you. I'm seeing it's straight away, I'm actually being shown your intuitive self, or your true self. So, you know, that is the energy of your soul or your being. And you're such a joyful person. I can really feel that emanating, you know, through your life, and I can feel it wanting to emanate more. It's wanting to come in and just, you know, create a home within your body, that truth of who you really are. So just let some energy shift and transform there for you. It's a very quick process of transforming your subconscious limitations today, because that's all that was needed. It's just for you to be reminded of who you really are, and just to allow for that to come in. And it's just going to clear any thoughts or pressure in the mind space as well, and just relax and soak into your body. So yeah, that feels perfect for you today. You just need to bring in some more of that love and joy into all that you do. And if you were to take on exploring subconscious healing a little bit further, I can see that we would get to deeper levels. But for right now, your purpose is being in this joy. You're at that perfect pinnacle of, you know, your phase right now, where that's all that you need to do. So take the pressure off yourself and just allow yourself to be you. That is so inspiring. Amazing. Thank you for sharing. That's wonderful. Athena, thank you for putting your pronunciation in. Business partnership clearing, please. Yes, absolutely. Let's see what's there for you, Athena. So Athena, for you, it's interesting because I'm sensing that for you, you're rising above a lot at the moment in order to hold things in place. And you're a little worried about, you know, seeing what's beneath the surface, because you feel like you're holding space for a particular situation at the moment, and you're not sure that everything will stay together if you do happen to let that go, if that makes sense. So the non-truth for you is that the mind says it needs to be one or the other. You either need to hold space or you need to let go. But as I said at the start of the call, there are no clear-cut transitions. So it's okay to start going through a transition where you start letting go and allowing for yourself to explore things a little deeply. And for you, I'm feeling expanding on your intuitive abilities. I can see how intuitive you are already, but it's like they're wanting you to know that there's more. So expanding on your intuitive abilities is really going to allow for that to open up for you. Intuition wisdom trainings would be perfect for you. So definitely connect in for a life purpose session if you're interested, because we'll be able to give you just one short little training that will expand on that enough for you to start that journey and allow for that transition to happen in a self-loving way. And I'm feeling you have about 3 weeks for this to occur. So again, take the pressure off a little bit, you know, and allow for that transition to happen over the next couple of weeks. But you definitely kind of want to be exploring that next thing that's going to help you move forward and expand your intuitive abilities, you want to have that solidified within the next 2 weeks in order for you to have the self-loving time that you need for reflection and transformation in that regard. So I hope that has helped you. Thank you for sharing. Let's see. Here we go. Who's next? Kat, hello. So beautiful to see you. Any guidance on what I need to work on? Perfect. Oh, I didn't know you were in the States. Excellent. Intuitive connection and money. Perfect. Yes, Kat, let's have a look for you. Let's tune in and see what's beneath the surface there for you. Wow, really super amazing. I'm just connecting with your energy and you have transformed, baby, in the last few weeks. Oh my gosh. Don't let your mind say anything other than you are amazing, because you have taken such a small portion of help and support and you've done huge things with it. So congratulations. I can feel it in your energy. The biggest blockage for you with intuition and money, this for you comes back to your early childhood again. I'm seeing your mother at around about the age of, I saw 3 years old and then I saw 13 months. So you may be catching 2 different instances at the moment. I can feel that you've found that energy. So you're just going to ask your true self to clear that for you. It's going to allow for that transition to occur. And for you, you just need to continue bringing in self-belief so that you can trust in this process and it will get you to the next step. Because the mind is saying you don't deserve the next step. But of course, we know that's not the case. Complete non-truth. You deserve everything. You deserve everything that you see amazing in other people. You deserve it all within. You deserve that too. And the reason you even see that's possible, you know, that in other people, is because it is possible for you as well. So yeah, don't let the mind get in the way of that. Trust in that inner knowing that keeps bringing you back into that perfect place where you're being guided and connected to, you know, where you're being guided to and drawn to connect with the perfect people. You know, sometimes the journey is messy, but it's only messy for people that transform quickly. So trust in that, know that, and you've got a huge purpose that's unfolding and awakening. There's no limitation with that whatsoever. And there is no thing in the way of that happening for you when it's the perfect time for that to happen. So acknowledge that, believe it, start this new year fresh. And yeah, the second you feel ready, get started on all of the amazing stuff that we were all connected on working on with you last year, because it's going to allow in the world of just absolute transformation and amazingness. So congratulations. Emma, Emma's believing she needs some support of being able to let go of the past pain, physical and mental. I just want and need so much to make this year my time to shine. I've been suppressed for a good few years too many. Emma, thank you for sharing. Let's see what's there for you. So for you, Emma, it's really interesting because I'm sensing there's a fair bit of a sense of lack, and this is showing up for you, yes, financially, but in some other ways as well. So it's been a bit of a struggle for you allowing in greatness. And this pain is what gets triggered every time you go to allow in greatness. And so I see you seeing new possibilities there for yourself, but you're not quite able to embrace new possibilities for yourself, because at the same time, you're seeing pain beneath the surface as to why this isn't possible for you. So you're one of those really lucky / unlucky people that has a dual perception of everything. And this, it feels for you, has been really difficult and gets you into some sticky situations where you don't know how or where to move forward. So for you, we want to remove the limiting belief that says that if you're seeing a dual perception and you're seeing there's some greatness that wants to come in, but you're also seeing some limiting beliefs beneath the surface or some difficulties beneath the surface, we're removing the limiting belief that the pain is stronger than the greatness. Complete non-truth. Love overpowers anything else in this universe. And you accepting your greatness is you being true love, pure love, unconditional love, all of those wonderful things, because that is your essence and who you are. So just allow for that to shift and transform for yourself, for anybody else that that's relevant for. That was a pretty big one. So if you need to watch the replay on this later, please do. That's going to be pretty huge, and you're going to be able to shift different limitations each time that you re-listen to that. But for you, Emma, it is exactly what you needed to hear, the truth that you needed to hear in order to be able to allow for this greatness to start flowing in for you. Definitely connect in with us for a life purpose session if you're interested, because you will benefit from that. Very much so. Tony, hello, and Amy, hello. So beautiful to have you both. Yay. So wonderful to see you guys. Let's see what is there for you beneath the surface today. Oh, I'm trying to scroll down and see your comments. Hi, Delane. So beautiful to have you here as well. Awesome. Let's see. Tony, there you are. Beautiful. Around your house. Yes, let's have a look. What is there for you, Tony? Okay, so yes, this is pretty deep. I can feel it in the stomach area. It's created a bit of constriction for you, and it's showing up in the heart space and then starting to come up into your throat and your head space. But I can see you've been doing well with your clarity, because that's still pretty intact. So feel free to utilize the energy PC to just clear that. Tony's done this training a little bit, so she's got some tools that she can utilize to clear. But then definitely have a look at the limitations around feeling okay is coming up for you as well, but it's really deeply connected to fear and anxiety. So it's time to go deeply into the energy of fear and anxiety. It may feel a little icky for you, but you just got to dive into that and just shift and transform everything around that. I could give you a few things now, but it wouldn't cut it, because there are millions of energies, because your perception is so clear and intricate. There are millions of things showing up there for you. So you just want to have a really nice deep look at fear, anxiety. And this is going to take about 3 days for you to clear deeply. That's the perfect focus for you to have in order to lift the blockage that's in the way for you with your house. And funnily enough, it's going to shift for you, and it's also going to shift for your husband as well. So yeah, that's the perfect place to start looking at. So thank you. Let me know how you go with that. That feels amazing. Helen is looking at wanting to clear blockages. Don't know what's happening with this. Clear blockages in love life and carrying grief. Yes, Helen, let's have a look at what's there for you. Okay, so for you, Helen, you've done an amazing job at clearing grief so far, so well done. I'm feeling the subconscious limitation that's holding the last portion of this in place is allowing for you to see yourself as I'm one with everything. So this feels like something you've heard, something you've been working on, but it hasn't quite landed for you. And the reason being is because subconsciously you have this really deep fear that if you are everything, then you need to experience everything. And that was the only logical explanation you could come up with as to why you had to experience what you did. So we're just going to clear that limitation for you, which is going to allow for this all to be shifted, allow for it all to open up. And throughout that process, you're going to be able to clear much easier, although I feel you'd really resonate with what we do. So please connect in with one of us if you'd like to explore that further. But it is going to make this energy easier to clear. And it's also going to be able to allow in new levels of love into your life, because you're sending mixed signals into the universe at the moment because you want to allow in some things, but not everything, because of the difficulty that may arise. So yeah, that's something that you want to be able to transform. As you start clearing this energy, you're going to be able to see, yes, I can allow in new levels of love. And it still may be showing me some things, you know, that I'm feeling uncomfortable with, but that's okay, because I'm not becoming those things. I'm actually clearing those things. The process of allowing these things in is allowing for the clearing to happen. So your mind had tricked you a little bit, created a few different ideas around some things there, but yes, you can relax now, knowing it's okay. You've been working on yourself enough now that you don't need to continue allowing in that experience. But better to be safe than sorry. You need to have an intuitive support to be able to take this journey further. So please connect in with one of us if this is resonating for you, because we would love to support you and teach you exactly how to utilize that transformation in the most quickest and effortless and most pain-free way possible for you. There is nothing that we can't transform with the clarity that we are able to achieve with our intuitive connection. We teach you how to do all of that. It's the very first thing that we teach you with the intuition wisdom technique. So yes, definitely look forward to connecting with you at some stage if that's all resonating for you. Thank you for sharing. Let's have a look at who's next. Donna, attracting people who are of sound mind, well into their personal healing, responsibility and ownership of their shadow work, etc. Perfect. Yes, Donna, let's see what's there for you. We tuned in on that earlier for you, didn't we? Yes, perfect. That's wonderful. Emily, people's choices triggering my past. Let's have a look for you, Emily, and see what comes up. Interesting. People's choices triggering my past. I can feel you've been working on this. Well done. My energy is just coming in and we're just exploring, clearing little bits and pieces of non-truth up. Okay, so what you want to have a look at, Emily, is you're still holding on to some heartbreak with the choices that other people have made, but where you're getting stuck is with the places where you're holding judgment on the choices that other people have made. And the reason why there's judgment there is because you have been struggling to be able to accept that those choices have been made by you as well at some stage. Allow yourself to explore, you know, the access that position, that point of the subconscious limitation that you're unable to accept in the other person, and have a look at where have I done that to myself? Or where have I done that to other people? And then allow for the shift and transformation from that space to clear where you're getting triggered. That's feeling really powerful for you. Let me know how that goes. I'm really excited for you. You're getting to some pretty deep stuff. I can feel how much you've been working on this. Congratulations. Oh my gosh, your energy. Emily just started this transformation a few weeks ago and her energy is feeling amazing, like a new person, isn't it? Just incredible how quickly this intuitive techniques work. It's absolutely amazing. So thank you for sharing. I hope that new focus helps you. Yes, Shakti, we teach this method, absolutely. So let me just mention again, anybody that's looking to learn the how to do what I do, if you've been empowered by this, you're wanting to learn how to do what I do, if you're feeling that you would like to take the next steps forward to learning how to do this for yourself, whether it's expanding your intuitive abilities or whether it's utilizing subconscious healing for yourself and learning how to clear your own limiting beliefs, definitely book in for a life purpose discovery session with one of our team members and we'll be able to get that happening for you. I also want to share for you the Subconscious Healing Facebook group. This is where you can learn how to, there's a whole range of speakers in there and people sharing different techniques and utilizing all that we have to teach and exploring intuition wisdom a little bit more as well. So definitely check that out as well if you haven't been able to check that out yet. If you're wanting to see more on what we do, I'm also going to share a little bit in the Intuition Wisdom YouTube page. So here you can actually witness Daniel and Sonia Reknitzer. They designed the intuitive techniques that allowed for subconscious healing to be here. And they heal amazing things for people. Doesn't matter, things like fibromyalgia, HIV, cancer, whatever it may be, these techniques work amazingly. At the moment, Helen, I'm not offering sessions myself, unfortunately, but there will be opportunity for me to do trainings in the near future. But you can absolutely book in for a session with one of the team. They're all as amazing as I am, I promise you that. We've all learned the same training and we've all learned how to clear limiting beliefs for people using this intuitive technique. And it's so wonderful because if you decide to take this journey further and start exploring this training for yourself as well, within the matter of weeks, you can learn to utilize this clearing process for yourself and also start doing this for other people as well. So if you've been watching this and you're just so excited about, finally finding something that is just this amazing, then there are amazing opportunities there for you. Please, please, please connect in with us for a life purpose session. We will ensure that that happens for you. The first step is always clearing what's in the way. So we offer that for you, which is always the most powerful step and part of the journey, which is beautiful. Amazing. Wonderful. I'm just going to scroll through and see if there's anybody else. Elizabeth, greetings. Just found out my 80-year-old mother has COVID. Been working on letting go of things, but not sure I'm ready for this. I'm a lighthouse, but think there is more. Okay, Elizabeth, let's see what's showing up for you. I'm just going to tune in for you, Elizabeth, and see what messages want to come through. The first thing is that you're feeling responsible for your grandmother. And as hard as it can feel, sometimes we need to let go of feeling responsible for the life that other people have lived. And interestingly enough, when we start, someone in our life starts being able to let go of needing other people for support, we start seeing where we've been feeling responsible for them. So some people need health issues in order for them to say, it's time to look at myself and my life, and it's time for me to transform. And this doesn't always need to mean that the health issue wins out, you know, that it means that it's going to take over. But that is always up to the individual who has this health issue. It's never up to anybody else in their life. Nobody else in their life has created this health issue. And so what you and your grandmother are experiencing between you energetically at the moment is you're looking at the energy of responsibility. She's been feeling responsible for other people her entire life. And this is a burden that she's been feeling that she's had to carry. For you, Elizabeth, you're also feeling the responsibility, but it's showing up in different ways. And for you, I'm being drawn to just explore that within you for a moment, because for you, it's showing up in the way of, oh my gosh, I just can't carry everyone. And this is what has begun the sense of overwhelm for you. And so the message that's coming through for you is it's okay. You can relax. It's okay. No matter what happens with your grandmother, it was never your responsibility. So it's not your fault. It's not something that you can change. It's just what is. And once you've been able to find that place of acceptance, you're doing such a huge favor for her, because she can now look at on a deeper level within herself what level of transformation she's ready to have when it comes to responsibility. And this may be what she needs in order to say goodbye to COVID. This may be a tiny little piece of it, and there may be other things for her to look at. This may be exactly what she needs before she goes on to her next phase. But whatever happens next, you know that you've done what you were needed to do in that moment. You took responsibility for yourself, for your limitations, and you decided to love yourself. Allow for yourself to come first. It's always the most empowering way for us to be able to, for us to be able to inspire other people, for us to be able to help others in the best way possible. It's by loving ourselves and by clearing things within ourselves, because it takes away the ego-mind dynamics, that go on between us. The things that are creating the pain in the first place are all non-truth, and they're all just there because we're all avoiding what's beneath the surface. And we are scared of looking beneath the surface because of what our mind is saying is there. But it's never what our mind is showing us. We just have to move through that, beneath the surface of that, in order to be able to uncover the deepest subconscious limitation beneath the surface. So sending love for you, Elizabeth, and your family. I hope that this shift has helped you. If you're looking for support for yourself or your family, or if anybody else is looking for support with healing, COVID, any health issue, transforming your business, shifting your relationship dynamics, whatever it may be, connect in with us, please. We are an amazing group of people that offer some amazing techniques that only a percentage of the planet are aware are even possible. And there are no limitations to that, because our subconscious healing techniques work so well, as you've all witnessed and experienced here today. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We've run out of time for today, so I'm sorry if I didn't get a chance to get to your tune in today, but what I would love to do is offer the opportunity for you all to receive a free a free life purpose session. So definitely connect in with us if you're wanting to explore that, or you can stay tuned. The next week at the same time, we're going to be offering this exact same session as well. So thank you all. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing you all soon, and wishing you all a beautiful, safe and happy new year. Remember, transitions can be messy. It's okay as long as you're moving forward. Mwah. Sending love. Bye-bye, everyone.